Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jimmy, aka Savvy Crypto Investor. I am so thankful you found this video. I'm very excited for the opportunity to show you how your life can change in the next 6 to 12 months, even more so in the next 24, and I'll explain that in a minute. What I'm going to show you is with an initial investment of $100, how you could be potentially earning more than $200,000 per year sooner than what you may think is possible. Before we get started, though, I have to tell you, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not offering financial advice. I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not offering legal advice. Every investment has its own risks, and you must evaluate your own risk tolerance before making any investments. The performance represented here is historical. Past performance is not indicative, nor is it a reliable indicator of future results or performance, and investors may not recover the full amount of their monies invested. That's always a risk. Any opinions I share are my own and based on my own research and for informational purposes only, and not meant to be construed as financial or legal advice. As I always say, I would never risk more than I'm willing to lose, and you should be just as careful. Okay? That being said, I want to jump into a spreadsheet that I have real quick. There are a couple other YouTube users that are starting to share similar information to be able to show you how compound interest can help you turn $100 into several thousand. But I'm going to go into just a general overview of how this works. So what we're looking at is a spreadsheet. I have an initial investment of $100. I'm going to utilize a 6-month average interest rate of 0.96%. That's going to be our earning daily. I'm going to show you that over the course of time, which I have in one column, and I'm counting by day how many days that this is active. I'm also keeping track of the active investment amount, which is going to change when I start reinvesting the interest that I'm earning daily. I'm going to show you the exact amount of interest hypothetically we're earning each and every day based on the active investment amount. I'm also going to show you here accumulated interest earned, and I'm doing this because you're not allowed to invest anything less than $10, and each investment must be a multiple of $10. So in order to invest $10, you have to accumulate $10 or more first. So that's the purpose of this column. My reinvestment amount column is just simply to show you how much money we're going to reinvest because of the accumulated interest earned. I'm also going to throw in a column for additional investments just in case we want to compare, if we're going to add $1,000 one day and see how that's going to affect the overall outcome over the course of 120 days. I also have accumulated reinvestment amount because I want to keep track of, okay, let's say, I get down here to the bottom, how much money out of what I've earned have I reinvested back? I mean, it should be pretty self-explanatory, but it's not always going to be perfectly, and without doing a whole bunch of math, this column just makes it easy for me to keep track of it. And then I want to show you the wallet balance. So you're going to notice that the wallet balance is going to be pretty low and it's going to stay pretty low. And the reason why is because we're going to be constantly reinvesting all the available monies that we accumulate so that we can maximize our compounded interest over time. Okay? Now that I've said all that, hopefully that all made sense and you're still following me. Okay? So we start with a $100 investment. Each day that $100 investment is going to earn interest. It's going to earn 96 cents per day over the course of 10 or 11 days until I'm able to accumulate, okay, a balance more than $10, which is going to happen on day number 12, which in this case just happened to be November 7th. So on November 7th, which I believe is the date that I actually made this transaction, I'm going to take my balance and I'm going to I'm going to reinvest the $10 that I've accumulated, which at this point is going to be approximately $10.56, and I'm going to take 10 of that and reinvest it back. Now my active investment amount is going to change from 100 to 110, and I'm going to start drawing interest off 110 instead of 100. Make sense? Great. Now, if we don't do anything else, if we just leave it at $100 initial investment, okay, The initial investment capital is held for 299 days. That's the only catch. They want to be able to hold it for 299 days so that they can utilize that to leverage it to make more money over time. Okay. By the way, the larger the amount that you invest, let's say you invest $10,010 up to $100,000, the capital hold is reduced down to 120 days. So the larger the amount you invest, the faster you get it back, just to let you know. So if we go down here to, let's say 120 days, which is 4 months, that $100 has now accumulated into the active investment amount of $290. And the way we got there was every time we accumulate $10 or more of earned interest, we dump it right back in by reinvesting it back into the active investment amount. Okay? So that $290 is basically $190 that we've earned that we've reinvested back into the system. But we're not waiting over the length of time. We're doing it every time we have the amount available. Okay? Over the course of 365 days, actually let's go to 299 days because that's when we get our capital released. So the day that the capital is going to be released back to us, that $100 will now be worth $1,500. Well, actually $1,580, so almost $1,600. That's a great return on your investment for less than 1 year. Okay, I don't know any stock, well, maybe penny stocks. I don't know any really good normal stock or any mutual fund account that offers you that kind of return in that short of a time. So this is looking like it's going to be a great opportunity to make some decent returns on your investments in a quick time frame, but not necessarily overnight. So let's not get confused here. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is just leveraging compound interest to be able to earn a little bit more money a little bit quicker than what you would if you put it into a stock account or mutual fund account or a savings account. I mean, you don't earn any money out of a savings account anyways. It's like 0.05%. It's so ridiculous, but that's a different video. Okay, so over the course of the year, that $100 has now accumulated into a $3,130 active investment, because I'm going to take that $100 that I got that would have been released back to me on the 300th day, and I'm going to put that right back in, and I'm going to just add it right back into my active investment. And I'm just going to keep doing that over and over and over again, because the goal is not to make $3,000. The goal is to make $300,000 or $3 million. So that's what I'm going to be efforting to get to. And I'm going to be keeping track of this over time. So, I'm going to be posting videos regularly so you can follow my journey. Okay. So if we go to 2 years though, 730 days, you will find that $3,000, if you continuously put the money back into and reinvest it every single day, you're going to end up with $99,190 in active investment amount, of money. And your daily interest off of that is going to be $934. What's interesting is that in order to earn $200,000 per year, you only have to make $547 per day, 7 days a week. So what that means is if you follow this system and you actually reinvest every opportunity you get for the course of 673 days, you will break that $547 ceiling and start making more than $200,000 a year in interest. That is amazing off of a single $100 investment. Well, yeah, actually it's a single $100 investment because you initially invest $100, you get it back and you put it right back in, and it just keeps on accumulating for you. This is a prime example of your money working for you. Okay? Just for giggles, let's change this to $1,010. Okay? And let's go back and look at $1,010 only has a 239 day hold. So let's go look at 240. At 240 days, $1,010 is going to be worth $11,800, and you're going to earn $112 daily interest. and you're going to get your money back. So when you throw your money back in here now, you reinvest it. Now let's go out to 365 days. And let me take this off real quick. Go out here to 365 days. Now that $1,010 investment is now worth $41,740. Okay, this is getting crazy, right? Let's quickly jump up to 730 so I don't waste too much of your time. If you continuously reinvest your interest earned every single day, you're talking about having accumulated $1.3 million over the course of 2 years. And you're drawing $12,500 a day in interest. I mean, that is how powerful compound interest is. So that's how important this principle is that I'm trying to explain to you. And hopefully this makes sense to you and you get it. Let's say you want to step up to the next level and you want to invest $5,000. Okay, $5,000, I think the capital release is $180 or 180 days. So let's go out to 180 days. I bet it's 179 days, but it doesn't really matter, 180. Bam, that $5,000 is going to be worth $33,000. Then we're going to take that on the 180th day. We're going to reinvest that back into the system. I'm going to delete that. At 1 year, if you invest $5,010 after 1 year, that $5,000 is going to be worth $225,000. That's absolutely nuts. You're going to be drawing $2,142 per day in interest. That's almost $800,000 a year. That's absolutely insane. Okay, 2 years. I think I did this earlier, and I think it was 7 million. Yeah, $7,130,000. Okay, this is compounding now. Let's do 10,010 just because people are going to want to know. Okay, the capital release on this is 120 days. Okay, so I'm going to take that 120 days. I'm going to put back the $10,010 that I originally got released back to me, and I can tell you at 120 days, if I every single day put that money back in and I'm consistently reinvesting that money, that is now worth $38,810 in 4 months. That's a great return on your investment for low risk too, you know. Then let's jump down. Let's go 365 days real quick. 365 days. That $10,010 investment is going to be worth $493,000. 2 years, it's going to be worth $14 or $15 million. Watch. Bam. $15,611,000. Okay, so if you don't understand, I encourage you to go back and watch this video. The most important thing that I can share with you is just with a simple $100, and every time you see this blue color right here, it's the accumulated balance that I'm able to reinvest back in. And you can see these blue cells get closer and closer and closer together over time. They get closer and closer and closer until finally it's almost every single day. And then finally, boom, I'm able to invest $20 instead of 10. And then that's going to get closer and closer and closer together until I can get to 30. And boom, right there's 30. And then that's going to get closer and closer together until I get to 40. And then now it's going to start to increase exponentially as we go faster and faster and faster with the amount of money I'm able to reinvest. So larger amount, I'm sorry. So, okay, so that's basically the gist of the investment opportunity and the explanation of how compound interest works over time. Let me introduce you to BitConnect. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know what BitConnect is, you should at least Google it, because it's going to be amazing. It's already being amazing for a lot of people. It's only going to get better. Okay, so BitConnect is a platform that's being utilized to not only promote and allow people to invest in the BitConnect Cash, but it's also using a trading bot to trade cryptocurrency and its volatility. So therefore, for example, Bitcoin today dropped, I think, down to 6,500. So the trading bot might buy the cryptocurrency at $6,500 and then hold it and sell it when it peaks at some other point, let's say 7,200. And now we just earned $700 for every Bitcoin that we just traded. Let's say they bought 100 Bitcoin. Now that 100 Bitcoin times $700 is now $70,000. And this trading software is capable of making these transactions dozens or hundreds of times per minute, sometimes more than that, depending on the market and I guess the CPU ratage. I'm going to stop talking about that because I don't know what I'm talking about now. But the point being, BitConnect allows people to sign in and invest into BitConnect Cash and then stake that. And as they continue, stake means to buy and hold. As they buy and hold, they're able to accumulate an interest for holding it long term, and BitConnect will pay them for that. They also offer us the opportunity to invest, which is the opportunity that I'm bringing to you today. Invest $100 or $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000, and you get interest back. I'm going to show you that in just a second. It does allow you to trade, but I haven't really gotten into that, and the mining, I haven't really been paying attention to that either, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to log in real quick so I can kind of give you some insight into how the system works. There's lots of different sites out there. There's lots of different hype sites and cloud mining sites and all kinds of stuff. I've been doing videos for a couple weeks now trying to expose some of these fraudulent hype sites, and based on my research, I have found that BitConnect to be a reliable source of continued revenue for a lot of people. So for me, this is a more reliable source and a good investment, reliable source for investment for me. So you're going to have to do your own research to decide if this is the right opportunity for you, but I'm just going to share with you how this works. So in case it is a good opportunity for you, you can sign up and we can share in the opportunity. Okay, so after you register, which you can do from the front home page. Matter of fact, let me show you that right here. Generally, it says log out for me. It'll say sign up, and right here it'll usually say sign in. Actually, I'll just show you that. So register and log in. You're going to click on register. You're going to go through and sign up. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Oh, come on, I already did this. Goodness sakes. Hopefully that works. Bam. Okay, so I'm logged in. The first thing you're going to do, I've already created an account, so I don't have to worry about this. But the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to deposit some Bitcoin. So you're going to click over here. You're going to copy and paste this address into your wallet and hit the send button. A good example is Exodus right here. Look at that, I've got 30 bucks in here. I'm going to hit send, copy and paste the Bitcoin address, hit the amount I want to send, and then hit the send button. And 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes later, after the blockchain starts to process all the transactions, all of a sudden you're going to see the balance pop up over here in Bitcoin wallet. Okay. Immediately following that, you're going to want to go to the exchange. It's going to take a second for it to pop up for me, I think. There we go. You're gonna want to decide how much money you want to invest. Most people invest like $100, $150 to get started, and then once they have some confidence, they invest more. The fastest way to purchase the BitConnect coin is to select last, hit all, or any derivative of amount that you want. The only problem is if you start to edit this amount is going to be based on when you click last, and then when you hit buy BitConnect coin, it's going to drop it down here. It's going to take time because this changes all the time. So it's probably better to put your amount here in first, and then hit last, and then hit buy BitConnect coin as quickly as you can, because then it's going to transact almost immediately. if not instantaneously. And then it's going to show it down here for a second, and then the balance is going to populate up here in your BitConnect wallet. In the event that you end up creating the transaction and you look down here into buying orders and you see a little globe, that globe is going to represent your transaction, okay? You might have to cancel that transaction, and there might be a little X over here to cancel if that's the case, in order to make the transaction occur a little bit faster. So because because BitConnect is down a little bit today, this isn't fluctuating as much, but on days where when it's raising in value, it might be difficult or challenging for you to get a good amount, hit all, and hit buy BitConnect coin and actually get a transaction to go through relatively quickly. It might get stuck down here, and it might end up in the middle or at the bottom, depending on how quickly the price is rising on any given day. So keep that in mind, okay? Once you have the money in your BitConnect wallet, you're going to want to hit Lend BitConnect, okay? And this is where it gets really interesting, because here's where you can validate a lot of the information I've provided so far. So there's 4 different levels for investments. There's 100 to 1,000, 1,010 to 5,000, 5,010 to 10,000, and then 10,010 all the way up to 100,000. At the higher level increments, they're going to give you a bonus, and they're also going to release the capital a little bit sooner than the lower amounts. So for example, if you're going to invest $100, you're going to be the money is going to be held in escrow for 299 days, and then it's going to get released back to you, and you'll get to keep all the interest earned from that. And I think if you remember my example below, at 299 days, I think we had, was it $3,000? It seemed like it was $3,130. Let's go back here just to verify, because I don't want to give you false information. So we're looking for $299. Nope, I was wrong. Look at that. $1,580. So you're going to have that in your active investment, and then you're going to get your $100 back. And I'm going to reinvest that, because I'm not going to be happy with just $1,500. I'm going to want to push that to 3, 5, 10, 300,000. And I'm going to keep doing that, okay? So that's how easy this is. Now, verifying the data that I'm showing to you in my spreadsheet, let's click on volatility software interest, okay? This is going to show you the last 5 days of credited interest, and I'm going to show you in a little bit better detail my account balance, what we would call ledger, so you can see the investment that I made and the interest I've earned every day, okay? And you'll see that it closely models the example that is in the spreadsheet. So here you can look at a chart. You can see the daily interest for 3, 6 months, a year, or all time. You kind of get a good visual representation, but I don't use that much. I just kind of look at it every now and then just to check it out. But what's really important is this projected earnings calculator. Here's where I get the last 6-month rolling interest rate, 0.96%. Rate of interest. This is the daily rate of interest, okay? It's not the rate of interest for a 6-month period of time. It is the daily rate of interest over the course of 6 months, okay? 6-month average daily rate of return, or daily rate of interest. Okay, so for example, you put $100 in here, and let's see if this matches. Term of length, $299. It shows that you will have $387, which includes the $100 return after 299 days. If you do not reinvest all of the earnings, you will only end up with $387 at the end of 299 days of your investment. If you're following what I'm saying, and you continuously put this money back in here, at the end of 299 days, you will not have $387. You will have $1,580. And you will also get your $100 back. That's what I'm trying to convey to you. This compounding interest is that beneficial and that great of an opportunity. It's too good for you to pass up. I wouldn't just take the interest out daily and put it in withdraw it. I would reinvest it every single opportunity that you get. Okay. So that's pretty much all of that for that screen. You're going to select your amount of dollars you want to invest here. Your minimum is 100. So as long as you have in your BitConnect wallet here, the minimum amount at least 100 or 1,010. Make sure you don't mess that up, because 1,000 is this lower category. You need to make sure you throw in the extra 10 bucks if you want to hit the next category. Okay, and that goes for everything. 5,000, 5,010, boom, jumps it up there. Okay, so it's really important. Once you're happy with the amount that you want to put in and you have the available balance, hit your I agree to the terms of use and hit pay from BitConnect wallet. The next screen is going to ask you to confirm, and then you're going to hit close. When it's all said and done, this is going to the balance is going to lower, and this is going to say 0 your first day, and then you're like, what the heck just happened? So in order to see your investment now, in order to see this, you got to go to transactions, and you must click on lending wallet. From here, you can see every transaction in and out of your lending wallet. Now, I don't want to say in and out. You can view everything into your lending wallet and out, but you want to invest into, you want to lend the money in, which will show it, this will show it to you here, and it'll also show you the interest earned daily that the system puts back into your lending wallet. That's the point I'm trying to make. So you can see on my first day I invested $100, and then my second day I received 91 cents back. If you go over here, okay, now the interest rate for that particular day was only 0.91. The average for 6 months is 0.96. So hypothetically, I'm using this as an example. It could be higher, it could be a little bit lower. And actually, it's going to fluctuate. You just can't help that. Okay. So then I go back over here. On my second day, I earned 0.95 or 95 cents. On my third day, I earned 32 cents. On my fourth day, I earned $1.88. That's almost double. Actually, that is almost exactly double what I earned on the second day. So you can see that this is happening every single day. All right. This right here is my first reinvestment. It allows you to select a certain amount, and then it splits the difference. So $10 went on the 6th. So actually, if you look at my spreadsheet, on the 7th is when I'm able to make my first $10 investment. So as you can see from my live example, I was able to invest my $10 a day ahead of schedule based on this 0.96 average. And the reason why that happens is if you go back over here, I don't mean to distract you real quick, but let me go back here real quick. So dashboard, let's go to Lend BitConnect. Let's click on the volatility software interest, and let's look at last 7 days. So the last 7 days, my interest rate of return is 1.02%, which is more than 0.96. So that explains why I was able to reinvest my $10 a little bit ahead of schedule. Okay? So like I said, the spreadsheet is just hypothetical. So I reinvested $10, and it shows it right here, $10, reinvest. And then you can see that I'm starting to accumulate a little bit more interest. And then I decided I'm going to throw in another $150 into this account. And I started accumulating more interest. And because I invested $150 here, I got $2.21 here. So I'm really happy with that. And then today decided, why not? I'm going to put another $180 in there because I'm going to earn more interest off of the money in this system than I will have to pay on a credit card. I think my interest rate on my credit card is 14%. And if I'm going to earn 30% over 30 days, it's more than worth it for me to gain that 15% difference. But that's just me. Okay. So I am using some of my credit cards in order to put the balance in here. In the meantime, I also have my own personal bank money that I can put in here too, but I figured, it doesn't hurt me one way or the other. So I'm happy to do both, either or. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I mean, Right now I've got a balance of $6.94, and according to my chart, today is the 10th. According to my chart, I should have $3.63 in there as it stands right now. So, I mean, hopefully that shows you that the system's not always going to be ahead. Sometimes it might be behind, but I mean, I'm already looking at reinvesting my next $10 ahead of schedule. Actually, you know what? I realize why this is not showing it to me correctly, because I put $150 there. Boom. So there you go. So I still am a little bit ahead. This is showing me that I should have about $5.07 in there, and actually I have $6.54. So I'm still a little bit ahead of the 0.96% interest. So now I'm going to put $180 in there from today. Oops, what did I do? 180. That's from today. And you can see simply by adding the 180 in here, I'm going to be able to accelerate the time it takes in order to reinvest the $10. So this means, I think, what did I say? $1,580 at $299. So now I'm going to fast forward all the way to my 299 count day, and you can see now that that $330 I just invested is going to earn me another almost $5,000 over the next 200 and something days. That's amazing, and that is a great return on investment. At that point, at this point, you know, I'm thinking that I'm gonna probably drop $200 every so often, every couple weeks, to just keep on pushing this forward, so that I can see if I can get this up to, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000. I mean, at the end of 365 days, that'll be worth $12,100 over the course of 2 years. If I continuously reinvest all my money, that's going to be worth $383,190. That is awesome for a couple $100 investment. I think so far I've been invested a total of $440. It should be $430 actually. I think this assumes I'm going to put this $10 in there. Actually, yes, it does, because I dropped it right here. So yeah, $440 so far invested, and it's going to turn into $6,000 in less than a year, and it's going to turn into by the end of the second year over $300,000. I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited to add funds as we go and see if I can accelerate this into a short amount of time, and I'm even more excited to give you updates from time to time so you can keep track of my progress. All right. Please like the video. Click on the thumbs up if you like the video. Comment below. Ask me any questions. I'd love to answer them for you. Just say hi, you know, or share your experience with me, or your enthusiasm for that fact. And you know, don't forget to subscribe, because that helps push the videos up in the search engines. And if you want to get updated the next time we upload a video or make any kind of change to the channel, click that little bell icon next to the subscribe, and you'll be the first one notified. Okay? Thanks so much. Happy investing, and hope that you, as well as both of us, make a lot of money. Have a great day.